Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field. It's hard for me to say interleague soccer because it's Winthrop, who, from the Northeastern Conference in classical girls, it was always Northeastern Conference, English against Winthrop. This is the first time Winthrop has traveled back to Manning Field in a while. They used to play two games here, one against English, one against classical. Now they only come back for this one non-league game, and it's the first time in a while they've been here talking to their coach, Tracy Matucci. Winthrop is 4-7. Classical is 10-2-1. They're already in the state tournament. They're hoping Medford can either tie a game or lose a game. Both Medford and Classical in the Greater Boston League have one loss. But unfortunately for Classical, they tied a game as well. So they're half a game behind Medford. And they need Medford to either lose or tie a game so they can get a piece of the conference championship that they got last year. But Jessica Gambale, first year as the Classical head coach, doing a very good job. Amelia Spencer in net for Winthrop. On the other side, it's Lauren Wilson. Classical is not in their green and gold. They're in their breast cancer awareness month jerseys with their pink socks. Off Bullock's foot. A little feeling out period as they try to get it going. Osco tries to boot it deep down the far side. They get a head on it. They collect it. They get it by going down the far side. And it gets tipped and knocked out by Winthrop. Classical will get the first corner kick. It'll be Eliza Correnti taking it from the far corner. Another mammoth day here at Manning Field. We've got this one. We've got Lynn Tech boys playing next, and then Lynn Tech football takes over at 6 o'clock. She line drives it. Winthrop gets a piece, knocks it out. We'll do it again. Correnti will get another chance. A little bit of a crowd here for a early Saturday game, afternoon. Winthrop picks it off and clears it away. Osco brings it up and knocks it back. And it goes out of play off Winthrop. Out again, off Winthrop. And one more time. They blew the whistle for some reason. I'm not sure what that was for, but they're giving Winthrop, the ball was in, he took it off. I didn't see any contact, but they're giving Winthrop a free kick. Ball goes through. Wilson will come out and play it with a white shirt bearing down on her. Pushing it down the near side. Klauskel's going to get there first and keep it in. Winthrop gets it, knocks it back upfield. And he knocked it out. They knocked it out off De Leon. Bullock knocks it away. And it gets knocked out off Duncan. And he just finally gets control. They knock it deep. It skips past. Hustling down. Klauskel trying to center it. Winthrop. They could have picked it off and kicked it upfield. Instead, they kicked it out and they gave Klauskel a corner kick. There was nobody coming down the middle on that pass from Brianni Lemus. So Corinthians will take the corner kick from the near side this time. Right out in front, it bounced off a couple of bodies. Winthrop's able to clear it away. It laid there for a millimeter a second. And Winthrop knocks it out. So the ball's almost exclusively been in the Winthrop end, but without any real success on a potential scoring opportunity. They get it to the near side, pushing it down. Winthrop steps in, tips it, and Klauskel will let it go out of play and take the throw in. It gets headed across. Winthrop gets there first and knocks it away. Bullock broke it up momentarily, and now she gets a foot out and knocks it out of play. Klauskel picked it off. They knock it deep, looking for a break. They knocked it away, but they knocked it to the near side, couldn't knock it to the net. Now it goes out of play off Winthrop. Substitution for Klauskel. Flaherty will put it in play for the Rams. Rams against the Vikings. Northeast Conference against the Greater Boston League. Broken up nicely. And then Winthrop picks off the pass. They knock it deep. They're going to let it go back to Wilson. And she'll kick it away. That bounced off Klauskel upfield. I think that was Kaylee Bullock. broken up by De Leon. They kick it deep. Winthrop trying to get there and keep it in. De Leon gets there and knocks it out. Parker knocked it deep. And it gets knocked out off Classical. Skipping by. Getting knocked down with no call. Now they call it. That was Lemus getting knocked down. Thurman will take the kick from the 5-yard line from a bit of an angle. She knocked it in the net, right over the hands of the goalie, under the top crossbar, into the net. Perfect shot by Ava Thurman. Can't do it any better than that. Help me out with the numbers. I know that was 11. And help me out with the numbers. Oh, how Glasgow scores again. Just dropped in to say hello. So from a tough angle at the 5-yard line, she hooked it, put it right dead center. The goaltender went high, and that's when you get to see that Grand Canyon, as I call it. The net, you know, most of the girls are, none of these girls are like Shaquille O'Neal, you know, like 7'1" or something. That they're usually in the 5'5", 5'6", 5'8" maybe range. And that's a lot to ask to cover that entire net. Unbelievable. And especially when you got Thurman putting the perfect spot, perfect kick, and she's going to try to do it again. Just outside the 20. Outstanding athlete. She's a very good basketball player. And that one, a little too much foot over everything. Her father, Tony, was an outstanding basketball, football player, and had the privilege of being on Bob Hope's All-American TV show way back when. And Uncle Ed was a great football, basketball player. Both Tony and Eddie were very good college players as well. And very gracious and very nice gentlemen. Very good friends of mine, friends of a lot of people. He goes hustling down the far side. Still with it, trying to throw it out in front. They got it there. It got loose. Spencer, the goaltender, dove for it, got it, couldn't hold on to it. It dropped. It was right out in front with the goalie down on the turf, but Glasgow couldn't get a foot on it, and Winthrop was able to clear it away. We have both Bullocks, Correnti, and we got De Leon. I'm looking, I don't see the Danas. Rachel Dana is usually playing defense. Delaney Dana is usually up front. Skips past. His pass picked off. Winthrop gets around one, trying to walk in. And he pushed it too far ahead of the intended receiver. It goes out of play. Winthrop picks it off. Trying to shoot to the net from the 20-yard line. Classical got a piece, blocked it. It goes out of play, and Winthrop will get their first corner kick. Coming from the far side. Out in front, bouncing around. I think that was Bullock got a foot on it and kicked it away. And how Winthrop chips at it, knocks it out of play. Elo with the throw in. Parker knocks it upfield. Winthrop pops it straight up in the air, out of play. And De Leon will get to throw it in again. Bounce off the foot of the intended receiver. That was Flaherty. Parker, I guess, I don't know why. Was it offside? I didn't see anybody offside. They blew the whistle again. Winthrop will get another free kick. Let's go fanned on. Now they kick it upfield. Winthrop trying to knock it deep. Wilson will come way out of the net. Looked like Reese Broden from Winthrop bearing down on it, looking for it. Wilson got there first. Haskell knocks it away. Bounces by. Parker battling. Winthrop finally takes it away. This little shift trying to knock it deep. Gets knocked away. It's going to get knocked out by Bullock. And now it goes out off Juarez. Talent will put it in play. Haskell knocks it deep. A foot race. Winthrop gets there first and knocks it up in the seats. Bounced about 4 rows up in the seats and bounced right back out again. Juarez will put it in play. And Winthrop knocks it out again. They'll get the throw a little further down. 1-0 Glasgow here in the first half on a pretty corner free kick from Ava Thurman. And now they didn't do the throw in correct, and that still drives me crazy. There has to be a meticulous certain way to throw the ball in. I know it's sort of like both feet have to be on the ground. Winthrop with a break. They take the shot. It goes wide right. The defense was catching up, and they had to take the shot a little further away. They looked like they were going to break in and walk in alone, and they had to take the shot from a little further away, and it went wide right. That was Shannon Abbott who almost had that breakaway from Winthrop. That's the closest they've come to get anything anywhere near Wilson. They blocked. They put it almost right in the midsection of Tatiana Lazo. Knocks it to the near side. Winthrop will let it go out. They'll get the throw in. Glasgow knocks it out again. That's Bullock. Actually, it was Duncan. Winthrop saves it, keeps it in. Lazo knocks it out. And Glasgow knocks it out again. Glasgow got a piece of it, couldn't knock it upfield. Now they get it back and they knock it up. And using that speed, they walk around. And they try to knock it by. Winthrop knocked it out. Good rush. Might have been Papazoglou over there. Bouncing around loose. Glasgow takes the shot. They had it from the 10-yard line. They got it up high and over the net. Flaherty wide open. Chipped it a little too much and just chipped it over the top crossbar. It was a scrimmage out in front. Popped out to Flaherty right at the 10-yard line. And she just knocked it up over the net and out of play. Winthrop knocking it deep. Bullock is here to knock it away. It bounces by everybody. It got knocked out, I think, by Duncan. Glasgow boots it up, and it bounces out of play. Bounces off a bunch of players. Parker trying to knock it deep, couldn't. Now she pushes it up. Nice little shift to get around. They knock it deep to the far side. Winthrop gets around, pushing it down. Classical gets there and knocks it out. And they call it off Winthrop. Substitutions for Classical. That ball bounced up, and Classical actually whacked it with both hands. They slapped it away. Using their hands, they blow the whistle.
You guys got in. You had the key. Yeah, I was asking if they needed somebody to come up here. They didn't say nothing.
Classical will knock it out. Knocked deep. Parker collects and chipped on it. She was trying to knock it deep and just fanned on it. Classical pushing it down that far side. Still pushing it, going to get it, trying to send it out in front. Blocked out. Classical will get a corner kick. Out in front, knocked down. Winthrop knocks it away. Classical knocks it back. Winthrop finally collects. And he knocked it deep looking for a break. It bounced right over De Leon. She went to go get it. She actually wound up sitting down on the turf and went right over her head. She fell down. Looking for a break. Winthrop hustles back. Great hustle by Winthrop to get back. I think that was Mia Norris for Winthrop hustling back. Looked like Classical was going to walk in alone. She hustled, got a foot, knocked it out. They'll gladly give Classical a corner kick rather than one-on-one with the goalie. Classical with another corner kick, this one coming from the near side. And they kick a little ground ball that Winthrop knocks away. They didn't get that one up in the air at all. Classical will get the throw in. And they're calling it a contact. They're giving him a kick. Thurman's going to kick the kick. From long range, they knock it to the net, but didn't get a lot on it. Bullock got it dead center, but it took a big hop right into the lap of Spencer. And she'll boot it away. She boots it. Shot, but Winthrop was able to get the deflection and kick it upfield. Parker chipped it, but it wound up Classical getting it. Winthrop takes it away. They're looking for that long pass, but they can't complete it. Now they push it upfield. Knocked out by Bullock. That's Bryn Bullock because there's two of them. Massive substitutions for Winthrop. They sent 4 new players in. We're in the first half of this non-league girls soccer game. Winthrop, NEC, Northeastern Conference. Classical, the Greater Boston League. Classical with Ava Thurman's perfect free kick, leading 1-0. Bodies go down. They're going to call it against Classical, I think. That was Juarez just ran over the Winthrop player and took her down. Winthrop will get the free kick. Glasgow's kick upfield deflected off. Winthrop stays in the Glasgow zone. Winthrop fell down. Glasgow knocks it to the near side. Winthrop knocks it away. It's going to go out of play. And again, they call a violation on the throw-in. That still cracks me up. Both teams making substitutions. Winthrop looking to go get it. And he got the shot out, but they knocked it behind the net, never got to the net. It's their deepest penetration in a long time, but they still haven't got anything on net yet to force Wilson to make any plays. Oscar reached in and knocked it out. And he blew the whistle again. I don't know if it was Oscar made contact or hit somebody in the hand. But they're going to give Winthrop a free kick. Just about the 30-yard line. Right at the 30-yard line. Now, Winthrop lined it up. They were going to take the free kick. And now they turn around and they give it to Classical. If I live long enough, maybe I might understand the rules of this game. Winthrop knocked it out. Haskell knocks it back. Headed away by Classical. That was Bullock. So for a while now, it's been Winthrop keeping it in the Classical end. Winthrop trying to save it, couldn't. Classical will get the throw in. Duncan battling. Still battling. Winthrop taking the shot. That's the first shot they got on net. Not a tough save for Wilson. They kind of tapped it, took a little bit of a bounce, and Wilson was able to handle it easily, and she'll kick it away. Winthrop still keeping it in the classical end. They knock it deep. Winthrop got taken down. No call. Correnti will knock it out. Bullock knocks it out. Tip to the middle, off a couple of bodies. Winthrop trying to collect. Haskell finally knocks it back to midfield. They still can't get it out of their end. Parker's pass is picked off. It winds up right back in the classical end. Lead pass down the near side, too far ahead. They were looking to lead Duncan down the near side. They threw it out of play. And Winthrop takes it right back again. Nice block. Bullock with the nice block. She's playing well. That was going to lead down the near side, breaking. Here's Thurman. She can fly. Tipped away. She gets it back. Blocked and knocked away from Thurman. Great effort by Thurman trying to get a shot off. She gets it back down the near side. She gets taken down. The ball goes out of play. Knocked to the far side. Winthrop comes up with it. Classical back checking takes it away. And Winthrop takes it back. And Winthrop knocked it out. Haskell knocks it back deep. Skips right through the wickets, right through the legs. Glasgow. Now the shot from long range is going to go way wide right and out of play. We're in the final 2 minutes of this first half with Classical leading at 1-0. It was Classical early, pinning Winthrop deep. And now I say we're in the final 2 minutes. The half comes to an end. We can't read the clock because the sun is blocking it. But the half comes to an end. Ava Thurman from the 5-yard line from a tough angle hit a perfect free kick just over the outstretched hands of the goalie Spencer under the top crossbar. Just a perfect kick, making it 1-0, and that's where we are at halftime. Classical 1, Winthrop 0. Welcome back to Manning Field as we're set to start the second half. Then Classical holding on to a 1-0 lead over the Winthrop Lady Vikings. Making a rare trip here to Manning Field after they used to come here 2 times every year. Football team used to come here, baseball over in Fraser. And they did it's been a while now, but they did an excellent job refurbishing this Manning Field, all the brand new turf, new track. Colleges would like to have this place. And now they're working on Fraser Field. Those of you familiar with Fraser Field, it's going to be totally turf. Popped up in the air, Spencer waiting for it. That was dead center of the net, high in the air, and that was Thurman again. Spencer was able to wait for that one to come down and get it. Thurman got the 1 goal in the first half. But Fraser Field will be totally turf, obviously, except for the pitcher's mound. They'll make a few more adjustments. And the Lynn athletes will be extremely spoiled with these 2 facilities. Looking to kick it deep. They got a break. Thurman walking in. She pushed it too far left. The goalie came out, Spencer came out to cut down the angle. Thurman tried to push it inside the far post and just pushed it too far ahead. There was a Classical player coming in, but couldn't get a piece of it, and it goes out of play. A huge break. That's what Classical would love to have quite often. Thurman breaking in by herself. Didn't miss by much to make it 2-0. They push it down the near side. Thurman looking to get it. Centers it. Bodies go down. They're going to call Classical for crunching into the Winthrop girl. They came across almost like a cross body block against Winthrop. And that was Lemus. She ran right in to the Winthrop player trying to get a foot on that centering pass from Thurman. And it bounced up and got Classical on the hand. And I said I didn't notice her. That's Rachel Dana. So I do notice Rachel Dana. I haven't seen Delaney Dana yet. Knocked down. Pushed to the far side. Winthrop trying to center it. Wilson picks it off. And she'll kick it away. Wilson's got a bunch of shutouts for Classical. They try to knock it deep. Classical knocks it deep, and Spencer will come out and grab it because Lemus was bearing down on her. Winthrop will get the free kick. Bullock knocked it down, picked it off. Carenti knocks it upfield. Thurman trying to push it by, looking to go get it. There were too many white shirts. They'll knock it out of play. Early moments of the second half. Interleague girls soccer. Northeastern Conference Winthrop Vikings. Greater Boston League Classical. Lady Rams against the Lady Vikings, and the Classical Rams leading it 1-0. Blocked, knocked down, looking to get a shot, blocked again, still battling. That was Lemus, I think, working hard to try and get a shot off. Rachel Dana gives it to Carenti. Her pass is picked off. Classical takes it away. They get it to Thurman, trying to get by, pushing it down the far side. Trying to send it out in front. Winthrop knocks it out. Good push by Thurman again. Winds up with Classical getting a corner kick from the near side. And the crowd has picked up a bit. A little more of a crowd here now. On this Saturday afternoon. Used to be Saturday, were taken up by Pup Warner, or used to be a semi-pro football team here. There weren't many games. Soccer, there were a few high school football games that were played early on. We'll have a big football week next week. There'll be all 4 teams will be home. Thurman pushed it too far ahead. Winthrop knocks it out. She pushed it up looking to get a break, and she pushed it too far. Winthrop was able to knock it out. All 4 Lynn schools will be playing home next week. There'll be a doubleheader Friday and a doubleheader Saturday. That hasn't happened in a while. Nice takeaway by DeLeon. Knocked to the near side. Thurman looking to get around. Couldn't get a lot on the pass. It got blocked. Winthrop just can't get any real offense going. They just let it roll all the way to Wilson, and she'll pick it up and kick it away. They got one shot on net, and it was from long range, and Wilson was able to make the easy save. And that's been it. As it gets knocked out. They kept it in the Classical end the last part of the first half, but couldn't really get anything done. Classical looking to take it away. Battling for it. Winthrop winds up with it. Pass behind the intended receiver. She pushes it up, trying to save it. Just did save it. Knocked away nicely by Rachel Dana. They knock it deep. Wilson came out to get it. It bounced crazily. Wilson came out to get it. It bounced over her head. Wide open. Winthrop going to walk in. Luckily for Classical, the ball took a big hop. It bounced way up in the air, and all she could do was get her foot under it and tip it away, and then Wilson was able to go get it. If that ball comes down right on the turf, it's going to be 1-1. Classical's going to get a corner kick, I think. Wilson came out to get it. It bounced over her head. When it bounced, it went straight up in the air, and all the Winthrop player could do was wave at it. Her foot was probably almost waist high trying to kick it. There was nobody in the net. She was all by herself, but all she could do was just pop it up in the air, and Wilson was able to go get it and stop that 1-on-none because Wilson was out of the net. If that ball stays on the turf, Winthrop has got an easy goal. Luckily for Classical, it took that big hop. Winthrop heads it out. It'll stay in the Winthrop end. Bouncing around. They gave it to Parker. She tried to get around the defense and couldn't. Couldn't get a shot off originally. Tried to get around the defense and get a shot. And defense knocked it away. Now Classical knocks it into the Winthrop bench area. Classical takes it right back in the Winthrop end. Winthrop takes it away. It hasn't been down here in the Classical end for a while. They bang it off Winthrop. Oh, Classical substitution. Skips by everybody. Classical pushing it down. They get by. They push it way ahead. Big save by Spencer. I think that was Lemus breaking down the far side. Beat the defense, took a real good shot. Looking to make it 2-0. Spencer made a terrific save. Winthrop has just been back on their heels, not getting anything done offensively. They knock it deep. The one chance they had was that pop-up that went over Wilson's head that they couldn't get a foot on with a wide open net. And they never really got a shot on net. It skips past everybody. Winthrop knocks it to the far side. Classical just barely kept it in. Winthrop knocks it out. Classical will get a corner kick. I think it's going to be Thurman taking the kick. Coming from the far side. Kick the little ground ball. Winthrop kicks it out. We'll do it again. And I don't know where the ball boys and the ball girls went, but Thurman has to chase the ball. Loose. Classical trying to get a shot. Can't. Winthrop knocks it out. They'll get another corner kick. This one will come from the near side. Out in front. Glasgow trying to get a body on it and line up for a shot. They knock it back to the near side. Centering it again. Winthrop gets a piece and clears it away. Glasgow again knocks it to the near side. Thurman tried to get around. Couldn't. He got knocked out by Hannah Parker. Popped up. Parker knocked it down, trying to set up a shot. Winthrop knocked it away. Took a big hop. Parker got a foot on it, trying to settle it to get a shot. Winthrop got a foot on it and knocked it away. And now Bullock knocks it out. Couple of substitutions for Winthrop. Winthrop knocks it deep. Wilson will come out and grab it. Trying to knock it deep. They were trying to lead Thurman down the near side. Blocked by Winthrop, they take it away. Blocked nicely by Rachel Dana. And it went out off Dana. I thought it went off Dana. They're going to give it to Classical. Looked like Dana blocked it. Winthrop knocks it deep. Wilson will come out way to her right, pick up the loose ball, and she'll kick it away. High, booming kick by Wilson past midfield. Winthrop must have felt that coming down. Hit her on the shoulder or the neck area. Duncan tried to get it to Thurman. Got blocked. Blocked again, but she gets it back. And then it's finally knocked out of play. And they tried to knock it to the near side. They knocked it out and gave Classical a corner kick. The ball girl's going to try and get in the same time zone as the play going on. She was way down the other end. Thurman had to wait for her to come upfield to give her the ball. It gets deflected and tipped all the way back. Rachel Dana knocks it up, and they'll let it go out of play. Winthrop will kick it away. They were looking to give the pass to Thurman, breaking in the middle, and Winthrop stepped in and knocked it away. Substitution for Classical. Winthrop got a foot on it. They saved it. Classical took it away. And then Winthrop takes it back. And Classical, again, trying to get around the defense, pushed it too far, lost it. Winthrop takes it away. And the centering pass blocked. Bullock with a nice defensive play. Winthrop down the far side. They try to throw it in front. Classical blocked it. And they're going to call it off Winthrop. She just chipped it, never got it to the net. So they still haven't got a real good shot. The one shot they have was just a couple of bounces right in the lap of Wilson. Other than that, they haven't been close. Winthrop reaches in and kicks it away from Thurman, and it goes out of play. Off Duncan, and Winthrop kicks it out of play again. Going out off Daniela Gomez. Winthrop again? No. Now they're calling it off Classical. Looked like it went off Winthrop's head. Skips by everybody. We got a whistle. It got blocked and went off somebody's arm or hand. Classical will get a free kick. They knock it deep. It's a foot race. Winthrop takes it away. The shot wound up wide left. Classical hustled back defensively and got a piece of the shot. It looked like Reese Broden was going to walk in alone. She beat the defense, but defense coming from the other side was able to catch up and get a piece of the shot. And Winthrop gets a corner kick from the near side. Broden fell down trying to get a foot on it, that corner kick. Shot blocked by Classical. Wilson able to fall on it. The ball was bouncing around. It wound up bouncing right in front of the net. Broden was there again. Wilson just felt like she was recovering a fumble in the end zone, and she grabbed it and she'll boot it away. So Winthrop all around the net at that point, but couldn't get it home. And it's still 1-0 Classical. Bodies go down. Blocked. Duncan stopped it from going out. Thurman trying to knock it upfield. Winthrop picks it off. Cutting to the inside. Good defense by Classical, cutting in and blocking it. Classical knocks it out. Winthrop's going to get a corner kick. Coming up on 15 minutes left in this one. Still 1-0. That goal by Thurman. The difference, the free kick. Early in the first half. Wilson got a piece of it. She knocked it down, and then she quickly got to it and dove on it, recovering her second fumble in about a minute. She went high in the air, knocked it down at the net, and she wound up falling on it at the 5-yard line. She's a very good athlete. She's a good basketball player for Tom Sawyer's basketball team. Duncan got a piece of it. Parker trying to knock it deep. DeLeon breaks it up and takes it away. And she gets by a couple. Tip to the near side. Thurman with it. Pushing it up. Still pushing up. Gets by one. Trying to center it. Put it right at the net. Spencer comes out and grabs it. Classical was bearing down on her. Duncan trying to walk in, blocked. Classical shot blocked. Winthrop finally gets it, looking to get upfield. They knock it deep. Classical picks it off and knocks it back the other way. Takes a wacky bounce. Winthrop player went down hard. And now we're going to get an inadvertent trip. DeLeon had it coming upfield and reaching for the ball, but didn't get the ball, got the ankle of DeLeon. And Broden is saying, I didn't do it. But Classical is going to get the free kick. Trying to get around. Look at the center, and she put it right there. It almost popped off Spencer's hand into the net. Spencer had it, bobbled it momentarily, and it was right at the goal line. If she dropped it, it might have gone in. But she quickly picked off the little bobble and booted it away. Substitutions, mammoth substitutions for Winthrop. Winthrop's only had a couple of chances. They haven't really had it in the Classical end that long or that often. Popped up. Back checking nicely by Classical, takes it away. And it goes out off Winthrop. Haskell pops it to the net. Spencer will come out easily and play it on a couple of hops and boot it away. Trying to knock it deep. Haskell's defense is there to knock it away. Classical player goes down, it goes out off Classical. Bodies go down. Classical clears it away. They're letting him play a little bit. And it goes out off Winthrop. Duncan put it in play. Thurman trying to go get it. Knock loose. Winthrop trying to knock it deep. They head it back the wrong way. They knock it deep, but it's going to go out of play. Winthrop got there, actually got there and saved it. Great hustle. Bullock takes it away nicely. Winthrop blocks it, and Classical's able to knock it back the other way. And he blew the whistle, calling contact against Classical on that kick upfield. Winthrop will get to kick it away. Classical tipped it away. Winthrop gets it back. And Classical knocked it out. Winthrop knocks it out. Classical's going to put it in play. Winthrop puts it in play. And off Classical again. They knock it by. Winthrop looking to go get it. Classical gets there first and knocks it out. And Classical player went down. She started to get up. Now she's not getting up. And the trainer will come out and see how much help she really needs. We hope the young lady for Classical is going to be okay. Seemed to be. Corner kick coming from the far side. It bounces away. Blocked by Classical nicely. And he'll kick it upfield. Blocked. And they knock it very deep. Spencer will come all the way out, almost to the 10-yard line, to pick it off. Haskell couldn't knock that pass down. Winthrop knocks it upfield. Coming up on 5 minutes left in this one. Still 1-0 Classical on a very early goal by Ava Thurman. Haskell with a rush, knocking it up. Winthrop knocks it away. They knock it back. Classical knocks it back up. Classical would like to just get it to Winthrop end and keep it there. As it stands right now, Classical has enough on the offensive side to win this one, but they've got to keep Winthrop away from their net. Winthrop now is trying to come away with a tie. Looking to get that goal to tie it up. Haskell battling, good hard work. They get it. Winthrop takes it away. Stepping up, knocking it away is Rachel Dana. They pick off the pass, trying to knock it deep. Winthrop blocks it. Winthrop blocks it again. Pops straight up in the air. Clock is officially off. The officials will keep the time. They knock it deep. Wilson comes way out of the net and boots it high in the air and out of play. She came almost to the corner kick area to get that. They head it toward the net. Classical kicks it away. Classical knocks it deep. And they knock it deep again. Bumping and banging going on as it goes out off Classical. Winthrop trying to hurry with the clock winding down. The enemy is now the clock. Classical knocks it away. Classical got a foot on it, knocked it to the far side. Winthrop pushed it by, but Classical picked it off and knocked it out. Winthrop will get the throw in down deep. The ball went out the gate and around the corner. They have to go get it. There's no ball boy on the other side. They're hurrying to try and beat the clock. Classical knocks it away. And it goes out off Winthrop. So Classical will get what they want. They'll get it upfield, keep it away from their net, leading 1-0. They're missing two pretty good players, Mia Papazoglou and Delaney Dana. Not here for this one for Classical. Classical trying to knock it away. Wilson wasn't a hard shot. It was just slowly in, but she had to make sure she smothered it because there was a white shirt bearing down on her. She can kick it away. And not a lot of time left in this one. She boots it high and deep. It takes a big hop, and Classical has it exactly where they want it. Back on the Winthrop end. Duncan keeps it there. Winthrop trying to knock it upfield. Classical knocks it away. They'll knock it out, but they don't care. It's upfield. A long way away from their net. Knocked out by Rachel Dana. They push it down. It went too far. Classical will just knock it out of play. Give Winthrop the throw in. Just waiting for that whistle to go to end it. Bodies go down. Classical knocks it away. Blocked nicely by Classical. Tipped away all the way out to midfield. Winthrop trying to knock it back. Classical actually knocked it crossfield. They want to knock it upfield. Off Classical. Winthrop trying to get a shot. Can't. Classical knocks it away. Just keep it away from the net right now. Everybody holding their breath, waiting for the final whistle. As Duncan knocks it upfield. And then it's knocked deep upfield by DeLeon. And they blow the whistle, and that's going to do it. So Wilson gets another shutout. Thurman makes a big play. Thurman, from the 5-yard line, from a tough angle early in the first half, a perfect kick just over the outreach hands of the Viking goalie, under the top crossbar, into the back of the net. And that was all Classical needed. They kept Winthrop out of the zone. Winthrop didn't really have a lot of scoring opportunities. The one shot they had, the ball popped over Wilson's head, and the Winthrop player was behind Wilson looking for the ball with a wide open net. But when the ball popped over, it took a big hop in the air, and the Winthrop player had to reach high in the air to try and get a piece of it. When she did, she knocked it away from the net. Wilson was able to grab it and hold on, and that's about as close as Winthrop got to putting it in the Classical net. So Winthrop is going to drop to 4-8. Classical is going to pick up their 11th win. They're going to go to 11-2-1. So Wilson with the shutout. Rachel Dana, DeLeon, Bryn Bullock were outstanding defensively for Classical. And Thurman's goal, the difference. Classical 1, Winthrop nothing. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.